Bishop Luers is a year removed from a trip to the state championship game, where they lost to Western Boone, but they begin this year at 1-0, with a great group of individual performances in their Week 1 win against Carroll.
It was just a heck of a way to start a season, especially coming off of a season where we developed, we grew every week, and then as things were just seemed to be rolling, that ended in heartbreak. And so to kind of carry over the momentum that that at that time the group of underclassmen had into a brand new season on such a huge platform, it was encouraging for what we potentially could do.
One of those great performances belonged to quarterback Carson Clark. He went 25 for 38 and threw for 346 yards and 4 touchdowns. This third-year starting quarterback continues to work hard to improve his game.
Over the summer, I really tried to focus on my arm strength, being able to throw those digs, those comebacks, those little out routes, throwing those on time to make sure I get the ball in my receivers' hands, and tight ends like Jayden Hill and all that. So I've been really trying to focus on that. And my IQ on reading defenses, all that. On a tough conference like the SAC, you got to be ready for anything. Going into Carroll, you really didn't know what they're going to play on defense, because playing a team like Dwyer, they're a lot in the box on offense. So we just Coach Stansky did a great job on calling the good plays. He gives me the freedom to check out plays in the in-game situations. So we did that, and ended up we did pretty good on offense against Carroll, but we have a lot to improve upon.
Clark's receiving corps had great performances as well. Brody Glenn led the Knights with 166 yards. Jayden Hill scored 2 touchdowns, and Antwian Lake caught 4 passes for 88 yards. It's not only a talented receiving corps, but a well-rounded one as well.
It's really nice because I'm really good friends with all of them. I can tell them anything, and I have a lot of trust in all of them. Clark does too. We all can make these big plays, and it's nice to have know that everybody on this team can make those plays.
Sir Hale was Luers' leading rusher. After rushing for over 800 yards last year, Hale put up 156 yards against Carroll, averaged 6 yards per carry, and scored a touchdown.
It felt good. First time playing since second round of sectionals. First time getting back on the field, it felt good to be able to help my team win this game.
Even though the defense gave up 24 points to the Chargers, they got 4 sacks, forced 3 fumbles, and came up with 2 interceptions. The Knights' defense does have some improvements to make, but overall, Coach Lindsay was impressed with their effort.
We definitely need to improve on our pursuit of the ball, especially backside, not take for granted that your teammates are going to make plays. But the overall team speed, heading into the game plan was to shut down the running game, which, if you exclude, I think 2 runs of one that 40-yard touchdown run and a 20-yard run up the gut in the fourth quarter, we held them to about 3 yards a carry, 3.5 yards a carry. Really put a lot of pressure on Becker to make plays.
Luers' next game is against Wayne. The Generals are 0-1 so far, but they are led by an experienced head coach in Sherwood Haydock, and they boast talent at multiple positions, including running back, with Sean Collins and Lamarion Nelson.
Coach Haydock, he's a legend. He's a legendary coach. He's going to be a Hall of Fame coach someday. I firmly believe that, because he gets the most out of his kids. We know what he's going to do. He knows that what he's going to do, and that he's going to try to pound it north-south, try to pound it down your throat, keep your offense off the field, especially when you have an electric offense like we potentially do have. He's got a lot of strength up front, a lot of size. They're awfully big. They're physical. They've got a veteran quarterback he's in his 3rd year as a starter. They've got a back, a slot, a wing, a receiver, and Sean Collins is one of the most dynamic athletes in the city. The Nelson kid as a tailback is just he's a punisher, and when he gets going, it could be scary for a defense. Defensively, they get to the ball, they got good team speed, they seem to cover well. We know we're going to have our hands full. It's a rivalry game. There's only 3 teams in the city on the south side of town left, and this is a rivalry game, and it has been for quite a few years. So the kids are, that's been addressed from Saturday, and it's been hounded on every week. But ultimately, we have confidence if the kids put together a solid week of practice, a great week of practice like we did a week ago, then I like our chances.
This is Thad Goff for Summit City Sports. The Knights host the Generals at 7 p.m. this Friday.